This is the Solo Coach podcast, where it's all about everything you need to build your business solo. Look, building a business alone can feel almost impossible. There's just so much to get done. That's just your doubt talking. I'm Michelle Sarah, and I'm here to talk you through building a one-woman coaching business from the ground up. I'm talking marketing, time-saving systems, AI shortcuts, client attraction, energy, and belief, all to help you find your way, no matter your age, stage, or starting point. Ready? Let's get going. Chances are clients are ready to say yes, but you're just not letting them. Let's see. How do we connect your content platforms and presence to actually getting paying clients? You're creating content. You've even got a website, right? You maybe even have a freebie, or maybe you have a podcast, but clients, not a lot, or if any, especially if you're just starting out. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. Your business isn't broken. You're capable of this. You are cut out for this, if you're questioning that. The real issue likely isn't your offer or you altogether, or your coaching or mentoring or guiding, whatever kind of work it is that you do. It's that there's some missing pieces, or what I call a broken bridge between where people find you and where they can say yes. Now, you're going to hear my dog barking because the UPS man just went by, and so it's state of emergency, It's like red level alert because the UPS guy just went by. I apologize. So again, as a coaching business growth specialist, I've seen this again and again, especially with coaches who have been working really hard to be visible, but they aren't seeing the sales come in. And so let's work through how to fix this. This is a big gap. I had to do this in my own business. I'm going to share this with you in just a minute. Visibility isn't necessarily the problem, unless, of course, it is, and we would need to talk about that. I need to see how visible you are being. But generally, almost 100% of the time, there is one problem I'm certain of, and that's there's a disconnection. There are broken bridges all throughout your business. Here's what most coaches believe. If I just show up more, I'll get more clients. Well, what if you're showing up all the time and you're not getting any clients? You can't possibly show up more, right? For example, if you're on Instagram all the time, but your Instagram bio doesn't point to your current offer or your current free offer, if your podcast episode ends without a call to action, if your website has no way for people to take the next step, to join your community, get on your list, you're basically sending warm, ready to buy people, at least a percentage of them are, straight into a dead end. Now, most of the time, you're not losing sales because you're doing something wrong. You're losing them because your content and your offers aren't connected. That's what I mean by these broken bridges. We work so hard at being visible and creating content and getting everything out there, and we forget to check, when people find me, can they actually get to an offer? If they opt in for my free offer, what then? Does that just hit a brick wall? So we're going to do something called the missing money check. This is how I audited my own coaching business. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I found. I just did this recently, and, not surprising in the least. So I did this missing money check, and I walked through my business like someone who just found me for the first time. And I asked, if this is someone's first touch point with me, can they figure out how to work with me? I looked at every avenue into my business. So that's social media platforms, website, email signature, podcast, YouTube, newsletter, you name it. I went through all of them. Where does this take me? And here's what I found. Now, Instagram, I am not active on anymore, but I was for a while. So my stuff is still out there, even though I'm not active on it. And what do you think I found when I went there? It's very outdated. Very outdated. And this is another common thing I see with coaches when we do this missing money check is a lot of times we forget to update our profiles and platforms, right? And then our business has shifted somewhat. And so the messaging may be a little different, or the free offer is different. Whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, it's either non-existent or it's outdated. Facebook page, no website listed. That's a hard stop for potential clients. Like, they want to find out more about you, right? Maybe there's not enough there on your Facebook page for them to get super interested in what you offer in your programs. And if your website isn't there, well, they can't go any further. That was the case for me. Interesting, right? Email signature. I nailed it. My emails from my Gmail account have a signature in there that links to my free offer. So my list growth planning calendar, my newsletter, Find Coaching Clients, my website, theelevatedmind.com, and my other social platforms like LinkedIn. As I said, I'm not active on Instagram, but I am on LinkedIn. So that's good. At least I got an A+ there. That one's okay. So let's say LinkedIn. Okay. As I said, I am active there. So fine. It was okay. It's not pointing to anything specific. It does need a little work. I need to go in and update my about section. And I just need to look and see if there's some more ways that I can point people elsewhere for more information, because I don't know if you experience this, but for me to connect with me on LinkedIn doesn't do a whole lot of good, because my inbox, it is so slammed with people wanting to connect, and then they automatically start pitching, right, an offer. And while I don't blame them for doing it, it is a strategy. I can no longer see anyone in there who is actually reaching out to learn more about my work or interested in what I do. And so that has just become a hard stop for me, because I don't have a whole lot of time to sift through all that. So I need to find another way to make sure that people can go further, find out more about me on LinkedIn. So that's in my to-dos. So website, my current free offer is front and center. That's all good. There are clear ways to sign up or buy. So I have what's typically called an everything page. So it does have a lot of my programs and products and services on the page. And I am also going to be building out a digital store and linking to that as well. So that is good. There is also a free offer on my homepage that I just recently updated, like within the last week. So there you go. The one that I had on there, I knew was not converting all that well. And so I needed to update it, which I have done. Podcast content is there as you are listening now. However, what I did find when I went through this audit, and even though I do have a call to action at the end of my podcast, what I did find is that in my show notes, I have not been consistent with providing the correct links. So for example, if I mention my Happy and Successful Business Mastermind, or my Marketing Made Doable product, or my Find Coaching Clients newsletter, I have been consistent with providing the link for, but if I mention anything else, I was often forgetting to put the link in there. So there you go. There is another broken bridge. Let's see, YouTube channel, that's pretty solid. I clearly mention my free offer with the links below, so I feel good on that. Newsletter, that is strong as well. Each one includes an offer as well as links to my content ecosystem. So this podcast, my YouTube channel, etc. But even as a seasoned coach, I found gaps, and there were some pretty big ones. So if this happens to you, it's normal, it's okay. And the good news is you can fix it, right? It will make a difference. Small fixes that lead to more clients. You don't need a new funnel. You don't need a brand new offer. You just need to make it easy for clients to take the next step. So solidify what you have right now. Make it super clear and easy for people to take the next step if they're interested. Fix all of your broken bridges. Here's what I'm updating in my own business. As I said, Instagram bio, even though I'm not active, I'm making sure what's there at least is current and pointing to the right free offer. Facebook page, I've added my website link. LinkedIn, I'm going to tighten the about section and make sure I'm linking to my free offer somewhere in there if I can. Podcast, adding direct links to the services and products that I mention. Blog articles. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that one. Blog articles, linking to my products and services where they fit naturally. Here's the thing. I have not been writing my articles to be keyword optimized. So I'm beginning to do that. And that's okay. I knew that I wasn't going to do that initially. I was just going to get consistent first with writing the content. However, the other thing that I was not doing, and when I realized this, I was like, oh my God, what was I thinking? See, you're not alone in this, but I was linking to my newsletter, my free newsletter at the end, Find Coaching Clients, but I was never linking to any products or services that were relevant to what I was talking about in the article. That's just, a missed opportunity, a broken bridge. Email automations, so reviewing and reconnecting them to what I actually offer now. My email signature is fine. I don't need to change anything there, but I am also in the midst of a bigger, deeper audit of all of my automated email campaigns and all the ways that people come into my business, like what I've just described to you, all these avenues in, making sure that in addition to that there are no broken bridges, I'm also looking to see what email campaign do they go into when they come into my business, whether it's podcast or from the website, right? And is that correct? Is that relevant to them? Do I need to change anything here? These are small changes that take less than 20 minutes each. You can run your own coaching business audit in just 3 steps. This missing money check, okay? So it simply start with one place where people can find you. So again, whether that's on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, wherever that is, just start with one and ask the question, if someone lands here today, would they know how to take the next step? If not, fix it. Add a CTA, like download my free client checklist. Update your link in the bio to reflect your current offer. Create a signature in Gmail, in your regular Gmail account, that links to your freebie product or a free session or a strategy call. This is how you create client flow from your presence to paid offers. I think that it might be the FedEx truck this time. My apologies. All right, so what happens when you connect the dots? Well, when you get all these bridges in place, then you get more clicks, right? You get more replies, you might even get DMs, how can I work with you? You get more coaching clients without needing more content. And, most of the time, you don't need more eyeballs necessarily, because you can certainly get clients from just a small pool of people. You just need your existing audience to know what to do next and make that super simple and easy to do. If you want personalized help with this, you can check out my weekly momentum, which is my email coaching service that helps coaches week by week. It is something that I can help you gain some momentum with, as well as accountability. And it's a simple, easy kind of coaching to begin with if you're not ready for something like a full mastermind. So again, you're not doing anything wrong. You are cut out for this, but you might be missing opportunities and even money because your online presence isn't pointing anywhere. You have broken bridges. Now, before I close out, make sure you run the missing money check this week. Update a few bridges, make it easy for clients to say yes, because they're already ready. There is a percentage of them that are already ready, but because they went to your Instagram page and it was really outdated, and they clicked on to go to a newsletter that you had there that you don't write anymore and it went nowhere, then they just went looking for someone else. That has actually happened to me. So let's not make them guess. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for the Solo Coach podcast. It means so much to me that someone out there is listening. Now, if you know it's time to do something different about your business, and you know if it is, consider joining me for my Happy and Successful Business Mastermind, where you can get clarity, support, and a plan. I'll leave details in the notes below. I also want to share a free resource for you. If you haven't already subscribed to my newsletter, Find Coaching Clients, I encourage you to do so. I'll deliver to your inbox tips and strategies that make finding coaching clients for your business much easier. I'll see you next time.